Dutch was founded in 2014. We came together, a couple of guys. We all had our own expertise. I was the speaker design guy, we have a software guy, and then we have a guy who knows a lot about programming DSPs and electronics. We just knew that with our combination of skill sets, we could add value in the audio industry.
I met one of the founders of Dutch several years ago. I was in professional audio industry and he told me about this new small startup company from Rotterdam. And I gave them a few tips on things to work on, like websites and packaging and manuals and stuff, all kind of things that you need if you want to become a real company. And after a couple of years he found me again and he said, all the things that you said back then, we made that happen. Can you come again and have a look? And I came to them and I was amazed by what I saw. Finally they asked me, can you help us to bring the company from, let's say, a startup through the ramp-up phase into a serious company. So recently I took on the role of managing director.
So in the beginning we didn't know exactly what we're going to do. But we did know it was going to involve speakers, DSP, software. We just didn't know how it was all going to combine. Along the way we did OEM work for other companies, but we always knew that in the end we wanted to combine our technologies into our own product.
The strength of Dutch is that the founders have a very clear future vision, what they want to be and what they want to make in the future.
Today Dutch is located in Rotterdam. Rotterdam is the second largest city in the Netherlands. We have about 630,000 people. One of the things we like to say here in Rotterdam is niet lullen maar poetsen, which means something like no BS, no nonsense, get to it, get things done. The first product that really ties together all our technologies is the Dutch HC. The HC is designed and manufactured here in the Netherlands. We source most of the parts here in the Netherlands, among which the cabinets, for instance. All the parts then come to our facility, where we do final assembly, packaging, and of course quality control.
All the disciplines are in-house, so we have software development, we have hardware development, we have acoustics, and that makes us quite future-proof. Of course we have some interesting products in the pipeline. They will all have and share the same technology.
During the development of the HC we had at our disposal, for instance, a 3D printer and a CNC router, which are indispensable. We could prototype very quickly and many different versions of the HC. And I'm talking about the waveguide here, but also about the bevel design and the roundover on the edges to reduce diffraction effects. I think we maybe made 20 waveguides, maybe more even, and we made lots of different versions of the bevel, all in order to reduce the effects of diffraction and optimize the dispersion of the speaker. We also have at our disposal a very large anechoic chamber. The anechoic chamber belongs to the Technical University of Delft. It measures 10 by 10 by 10 meters, and I think it's actually one of the biggest in Europe. So one of the main benefits of a chamber this size is that it enables us to do very accurate measurements of the entire spectrum all at once. In the development of the HC, I must have been there maybe 20 times.
I see the cardioid technology that Dutch uses in the HC as a very important aspect for the future. I know from my background in professional audio that cardioid behavior is an important aspect in the control of sound, so that you can determine where it goes and where it doesn't go. And I think the same thing will happen in your living room. We can kind of make the room disappear, so you will only hear what's on the recording and not so much the acoustics of your room. The founders of Dutch are quite ambitious. They want to build quite a big house, as a metaphor, and you can only build a big house on a solid foundation, and that's why we are at the moment building that foundation and hope to build a real big house in the future.
I really feel that in a lot of ways we are standing on the shoulders of giants, because a lot of work has already been done in hi-fi. We know how to make good loudspeakers, we know how to implement good electronics, and now we are adding our own technologies to that.